Good morning, children. Welcome to your literacy lesson. And under this topic, which is non-fiction, we are trying to understand the text features of a non-fictional text. Alright? So let's quickly recall what we have done up till now. Yes? Okay. That's a table, okay, which has the list of fictional text and non-fictional text features. So we know that fiction is not real. It's all about stories, imaginations. We have to read a story in an order in order to understand it, isn't it? And then there's a beginning, there's a middle, and an end to it. There are characters, there are settings, and in order to make our story more interesting, there are illustrations as well. Yes? Okay. When we talk about a non-fiction text, these are the text features. So first of all, non-fiction means real. It's based on fact. It has table of contents. So we know that. Let's start marking what we have already know, okay? It's real. It's based on facts. A non-fictional book has table of contents. So what is table of contents, children? Yes, the list of topics which are covered under the book, okay? It has an index. Now what is an index? The list of keywords which were there under the topic, the main heading, and are listed in alphabetical order, okay? I'm sure by now you might have understood it. Have you? Alright, don't worry, we'll recall it once today as well, okay? And the objective of this week's lesson will be to talk about glossary. So we'll try to understand glossary, okay? We'll try to understand labels, captions, and diagrams, okay? And then we'll talk about the other features later, okay? So this week we're going to talk about glossary, labels, diagrams, and captions. Okay, children? All right. So let's start today's lesson. So first of all, let's recall table of contents and index. Okay. So I want all of you to take out your Alpha Maths course book, please. This is a book which is common between you and me. So I also have it and you also have it. That would give us the best example. Okay. All right. Now what you do is, this is the cover page, we all know that, isn't it? This hard page with the title of the book and the series is a cover page. Now this book, this should be the title page, but it isn't the title page actually because there's no author's name here, okay? However, here if you see, this is what we are looking, that's the contents. So at the beginning of a non-fictional book, usually we find the contents. And what is content? It is the list of main topics, main headings, and their subheadings which are covered in the book, about which the book speaks. Alright? Okay? So now this is the content, and now I want all of you to tell me where should I look for bar graphs. So should I keep on turning the pages and look for each heading, or there's another way to do that? Yes, there's another way. You quickly come down because these are not in alphabetical order, hence you have to read them properly. And here it says bar graph. Under the main heading graph, subheading is bar graph. And what's the page number? 132. So let's turn the page number. I'm on page 36, 34. Let's see, 32. Yes, page number 132 gives me the information of bar graphs there. Very well done. Okay, let's give it another try. Tell me on which page would I get right angles. Look at the contents page and give me the information of the page number where I'll get right angles. Start looking from here. Okay, Lesson 2, right angle. Right in front of it, the page number is mentioned, which is 256. Let's see. Volume and capacity. So I'll not read everything. I'll quickly turn the pages and I'll go to page number 256, which is a bit difficult when you try doing it with one hand. Okay. It is really difficult. Here. So page 256, and I've got the topic I was looking for, which was right angles. Okay, and where did I get this information from? I got it by looking at the contents. And where do we find contents? Right at the beginning of the book. Okay, so this is the list of topics and subtopics which is covered in the book. So I'll not go through the entire book and keep turning the pages. I'll quickly look for the heading or the subheading, the number against it, the page number written against it, and I'll quickly open the page and go to that heading. Okay, so just before I speak something else, wanted to know, is your Alpha Mathematics course book a fiction or a non-fictional book? Is it made up of stories, or there's something you're learning from it? Yes, it's a non-fictional book. Okay, right. So in non-fictional book, generally the contents are right at the beginning, listed as per the headings and main headings along with the page numbers. Okay, the page numbers are in order. All right. Okay, now this is contents. Okay, now let's look for the index. Where do we find the index, children? At the back of the page? Yes. Is there any other way to see whether this book has an index or not? Come on, use your imagination. That is a question for you. Okay, so you have to tell me without looking at the back of the book on the last page. Just tell me, is there any other way to find out whether a book has an index or not? Okay, so let's see. Here I'm going to turn the book and we'll go to the last page. It doesn't say index though. No, nothing. It says answers. Okay, and this is the last chapter, so no, it doesn't have. But there's something called glossary which we are going to discuss today. Okay, we'll talk about it a bit later, but let's quickly look for something called index. I have another book with me here, so let's see. That's the cover page, title page, contents, and here, okay, that's the content page. Now where will I find the index? Okay, it's generally at the end of the book. So do we have an index here? Yes. And what is an index? Index is a list of the keywords which were there under those topics covered in the book, and the index is arranged in an alphabetical order, and it gives you the page number as well. Okay, and it's generally at the back of the book. Okay, children? Okay, now I was talking about something called glossary, and that's the objective of today's lesson as well. Glossary. So it says glossary on page number 30. Let's quickly go ahead and look for page number 30. Here it is. So it says glossary of undersea words. Here are some of the words in this book you might not know. This page tells you what they mean. Oh, so glossary actually means the list of words which were there in the book and they were a bit difficult. So glossary in a non-fictional book or an information text helps the readers to understand the difficult words. See, there was a word called blowhole. And what's a blowhole? A hole on top of a dolphin's head. It is used for breathing. Did you know what blowhole is? Now you know it, but did you know it earlier? No. So glossary is generally a list of all the difficult words which are there in the book, and these words are listed under a heading called glossary. Okay, and here they provide, under glossary, they provide you the definition or the explanation of that word. Okay, it helps the readers to understand what that word means. Okay, there is another book with me which is a geography book of some other school. Okay, I'm just taking it as an example to check for the glossary part. All right, so here it is. It says acknowledgement. Okay, the contents is there. Chapter 1, Chapter 2, drainage, 3, 4, 5. Oh yes, it also has glossary here. Could you see it? Let's look for it on page number 61. So it's 41, 51. Look, glossary, and the word is adolescence. So what's an adolescence? Is a period in which a person is no longer a child and not yet an adult. Such person are grouped in the age group of 10 and 19. Okay, so difficult words are here and their meanings or the explanation is here. Where is it listed in a non-fictional book? Under a topic called, under a heading called glossary. Do you understand, children? So what is a glossary? Glossary is sometimes found at the back of the book, at the back of a non-fiction book. Okay, and it is a mini dictionary. It is a small dictionary which helps us to get the meaning of difficult words. Okay, all right, now let's try to make our own glossary. Okay, let's see how glossaries are made.